YouTube, what's going on? My name is Argon. Welcome back to some Fortnite action. Today I got another top 5 for you. This time, today, what we're going to talk about is the most underrated weapons in the game. Everybody likes to talk about the weapons that are really useful, really fun to play with, but there are some weapons that are little sneakers in there that they are kind of coming in, and you can really use them, and they're actually very helpful, and not a lot of people are actually using them. So this top 5, guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Coming in at number 5, the most underrated weapon in the game. It's maybe you might not think it's that underrated, but it's the blue burst. Now some of the other burst rifles, yeah, they're pretty trash, but the blue burst is like super good. It's really accurate, and when it does connect, it really hits for high damage. The ability to hit criticals on it, it's really high. So the blue burst is really helpful compared to some of the other ARs in the game. If you have a blue burst, I'd say unless you have like a blue regular AR or a SCAR, take the blue burst. It's a good weapon. It's a really good weapon. Most of you probably already know this, but in case you don't, make sure you try it out. Coming in at number 4, we have the TAC SMG. Now, as you guys know, the common SMGs, or the non-tacticals, Tech 9s, whatever you want to call them, those got taken out of the game because they weren't being used that much. And that was also pre-buff. Again, the SMGs got buffed, so the fire rate increased, and the capacity for the rounds increased as well from 30 to 35. So that really increased their ability to get kills with the SMG. Now, you guys know I love the TAC SMG. I love to run it as a backup to the pump. I made several videos and just talked about this all the time. I recommend it to all my friends. But even just the TAC SMG by itself, it's a really good weapon. If it could actually reload a little bit quicker, or maybe just hit a little bit faster, but it's a very good one. If you pick up a blue or purple TAC SMG, man, that thing will shred. I'll tell you what, you guys will get some good kills with that gun, and it is really good. It's really great for close quarters as well, way more accurate than your shotgun, and also way more reliable in terms of damage. You're always going to hit 17 on that thing, or whatever it's rated at. You're not going to get some weird 9 damage when you actually just hit a guy in the face. It's way more reliable than the shotguns. Coming in at number 3, guys, not really a weapon, but it's still something that's used as a weapon, the grenade. Now the grenade, very underrated because a lot of people would rather pick up RPGs or grenade launchers or whatever, but the grenade's very helpful. I pick them up all the time, and you can stack up to 10 of them, and you can launch them, and a lot of times people have no idea where they're at, and you can just spam someone's base because you don't have, it's like faster than reloading with a RPG, and you can spam someone's base and blow the whole thing up. And I get knocks all the time with grenades that I don't even know where the person is. I just chuck a bunch of grenades into their base and they end up blowing up. It's really good, guys. If you're not picking up grenades and you have extra slot for them, always pick them up. They're very helpful. Somebody on your team should always have grenades at all times. Coming in at number 2, second most underrated gun in the Fortnite Battle Royale is the pistol. Now, I'm not going to say the common pistol necessarily, but a blue pistol is very nice. These guns are very good at putting out damage. 25 damage per hit. That's really good. If you can hit a guy or he's a little weak and and he's close, and you can just pop him real quick, man, you can fire off rounds real fast. It's a very good weapon to have, and they're pretty common to find around the map. So make sure you guys are trying them out. At least try them out, and you might actually be surprised with how good they are. I prefer the regular pistols over the silenced ones just because I like the sound. It just, for whatever reason, makes it easier for me to use. I don't know, it's a weird thing. I feel like the silenced one, I can't fire it as fast. It's just strange. I don't know what to make of it. It's my own personal problem. But the silenced ones are very good too. They're strong, they're accurate, and of course they don't know where you're coming from. So coming in at number 1, guys, the number 1 most underrated weapon in Fortnite Battle Royale, I mentioned it a little bit earlier in this video, was the grenade launcher. Now the grenade launcher is very underrated because it has the ability to lay all kinds of, just absolutely decimate your opponent's base with just make sure that it gets reduced to rubble. When you're approaching someone's base, it's way better to have that nade launcher over an RPG because you can just spam nades moving forward and just start annihilating their base. When you shoot an RPG at somebody, you really can only take out 1, maybe 2 walls at a time, and that's easily to replace. But when you use a grenade launcher and you can spam at their base, you can shoot 6 rounds per clip. You could just destroy their whole base. More often than not, you're going to get a knock out of it as well, or in a limb if you're in solos. So the grenade launcher, a lot of people sleep on that one, but it is definitely underrated, especially when you're thinking people would rather have an RPG or the new guided missile or whatever else. That nade launcher, I've even slept on it in the past just because if I have rockets, I'd rather use them for RPGs. But you know what? That thing is really good. It's good to have on your team, and honestly, sometimes maybe even better than an RPG. But either way, I find the grenade launcher to be the most underrated weapon in Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, that's it for this list, guys. Most likely, you guys are probably thinking, hey, man, we already know all this. Well, that's good. Obviously, these weapons are not that underrated because, you know, nothing's really all that out of balance in this game. It's not really something that's a dark horse like that, but these ones I see a lot less people using, and they're very powerful. So I wanted to make this video. If you guys do already use them, let me know in the comment section how you find them beneficial. If you have other weapons that you think are underrated, make sure you let me know as well. And if you completely disagree with me, then tell me why. So either way, hopefully you did enjoy this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't yet and you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're not following me on social media, all those links are down in the description below. And as always, guys, my name is Argon, and may you never die to a bush. Peace.